Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the previous class we have discussed about the chapter polynomials and the terms regarding it, that is the degree linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial, and also we have discussed about the zeros of the polynomial. The next section we are going to study is relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. We know that the general form of a polynomial is ax, quadratic polynomial is a p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant. And here suppose we want to find out the sum and the product of the zeros. So here in your textbook, the sum of the zeros, if we want to find out the sum of zeros and product of the zeros, we can use the equation as sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a and product is equal to c by a. That is, here minus b means a negative of, in the general form b is the coefficient of x, that is negative of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, and the product of zeros is equal to c by a, that is c is the constant term. Here in the general form c is the constant term, here that is the constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So the equation to find out the sum of the zeros and product of zeros is given here, that is sum of zeros is minus b by a and product of zeros is c by a. It will be more clear while doing the problems. In general, suppose alpha and beta, if alpha and beta is the zeros of polynomial, we can write as, we can denote the sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and what about the product is alpha into beta, which is equal to c by a. That is sum of zeros is alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha beta equal to c by a. Okay, next one is example 2 given in your textbook, that is find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. So here the question it is given that you have to find out the zeros from this quadratic polynomial, and also we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of this one. Okay, first you have to find out the zeros in this. How can you find out the zeros here? Okay, we have already studied how to solve a quadratic equation by splitting the middle term. In class 9 we have already studied how to solve a quadratic equation by using the splitting the middle term, and here the sum is equal to 7 and product p is equal to 1 into 10, that is 10. So the numbers are, you have to find out the numbers that satisfying this condition, that if the two numbers are added you have to get the sum as 7, and if two numbers are multiplied you have to get the product as 10. So the numbers, in order to select the numbers, we have to find out the factors of 10, that is 2 and 5. We know that 2 plus 5 is 7 and 2 into 5 is 10. So the here the numbers we have selected is 2 and 5. Then write it as x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. For those who does not understood this one, splitting the middle term, I am again repeating this. In order for first you have to find out the sum and product from this. This one is the sum, that is coefficient of x will be the sum and product will be coefficient of x square into constant term. Here the coefficient of x square is 1, right? And here the constant term is 10, that is 1 into 10 is 10. Then you have to find out two numbers that should satisfy the condition as that two numbers when added the sum should be 7 and the product should be 10. And the numbers we know that 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 answer is 7 and 2 into 5 answer is 10. So next step you have to split this middle term 7x. You have to write it as 2x plus 5x. Then put the brackets. Next step you have to do is take the common number from this one. Here the common number is x. Common is x. Then we have already take one x outside. Then write x plus 2. And here the common is 5 and 5 into x plus 2. Then check here is first bracket and here the bracket is also same. That is x plus 2 is common in both sides. That is x plus 2. First write that common bracket outside. Then write here balance. After taking this x plus 2 outside, here balance is x. Write it as x plus. Here after taking x plus 2, here 5 is the, so x plus 5. So the answer is x plus 2 into x plus 5. So from this you have to find out the zeros. That is x plus 2 is equal to 0. Substitute x plus 2, you have to equate this x plus 2 with 0. That is x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then x will be equal to minus 2. And here the second bracket is x plus 5 equal to 0. Then the value of x is equal to minus 5. That means minus 2 and minus 5 are the two zeros of the given quadratic polynomial here. Okay, then so the first question is find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. So we got that answer. And next one, verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. We have already studied that sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a, and product of zeros is equal to c by a. Okay, here from this equation a is equal to coefficient of x square, that is 1, b is equal to coefficient of x, that is 7, and c is equal to the constant term 10. So here minus b by a means minus 7 by 1, answer is minus 7. And here c by a is constant. Here is 10. So 10 by 1, answer is 10. Okay. Then you have to verify this relationship. That is, we have already got the zeros as minus. We have got this alpha is equal to minus 2 and beta is equal to minus 5. So sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2 plus minus 5. Answer is minus 7. That is sum is equal to minus 7, alpha plus beta is equal to minus 7. And here by looking this one, minus b by a is also is equal to minus 7. So this one is satisfying. Okay. Next one is product. What about alpha into beta? That is minus 2 into minus 5. Answer is positive 10. Minus 2 into minus 5 is also 10. And also here we have got that c by a is 10, which is equal to c by a. So the verification is also over. So in order to find out this one, first you have to in this question first you have to find out the zeros from this quadratic equation or quadratic polynomial. By using splitting the middle term, you will get the zeros of this polynomial. Then you have to check whether, you have to verify whether the sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a is equal to the sum of the zeros we got here as answer. And also you have to check what about the product of zeros is same in both the conditions. Okay, next one is example 4, and the question is find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2 respectively. Here this question, sum of zeros is given, sum of zeros is equal to minus 3 and product is given as product is equal to 2. That is, here in this question you have to find out a quadratic polynomial, and sum and the product is already given in the question. You have to write the quadratic polynomial, and alpha plus beta, that is sum of the zeros is equal to minus 3, which is equal to, we have already studied alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. and here alpha into beta, that is product, is equal to 2, which is equal to C by A. Then compare this one, minus B by A, that is here in this already, here one minus is there, then minus, okay, then in the place of B it will be 3 by 1, then only this answer will become minus 3, and here it is 2, that is 2 by 1, answer is 2. Okay, alpha plus beta is minus 3 and alpha into beta is 2. Okay, that is in place of B it is 3 here, in place of A it is 1 here, here also A is 1, and in place of C it is 2. So we can write the quadratic polynomial, we know that general form is x square plus bx plus c. Then in place of A it is 1x square, x square, plus in place of B we got 3x, plus in place of C it is 2. So x square plus 3x plus 2 is the quadratic polynomial, which has the sum of zeros as minus 3 and product as 2. Next one is exercise 2.2. The first question here is, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. This question here is x square minus 2x minus 2. You have to find out the solution here by splitting the middle term, and here the sum is equal to minus 2 and product is minus 8. Then you have to find out the factors of this one, minus 8, and the numbers 1 and 8 is 1 into 8 is 8. And what about the sign? Here the product is negative, means one of the numbers here is negative. That means it might be smaller or larger. You have to check whether here the sum is negative here. So if the sum is having a negative sign, that means here the bigger number will be having negative. So 1 minus 8 is not minus 2. This condition is not okay. And what about the other one, 2 and 4? Here we can check the numbers 2 and 4. Then 2 into 4 is 8, right? Then what about this one? Product is having a negative sign. That means one of the number here, 2 or 4, is having a negative sign. Then you have to check which is having, that is smaller or the larger number is having negative sign by looking to the sum here. Sum is having a negative sign. That means the larger number here will be having negative sign. If sum is not having a negative sign, that means a negative will be here for the smaller number. Okay, that means 2 into minus 4, answer is minus 8, and 2 plus minus 4, answer is minus 2. Both the conditions, that is sum and product conditions, are satisfying here by taking the numbers as 2 and negative 4. Then we can substitute here. In place of minus 2x we can write x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Then put the bracket here. Then take the common from this one. Here the common is, in the first bracket common is x, that is x minus 4, plus here the common is 2 is here and 8 is here. So we can take 2 as common outside. Then inside the bracket we can write 2x. You have to get 2x, then 2 is already here. Then 2 into x, 2 into x is 2x, that's okay. Minus 8 here. So 2 into 4 is 8. 2 into 4. Then look to this one. The bracket here is x minus 4. Here is also x minus 4. So you can write x minus 4 as the first bracket, and here after taking x minus 4 outside, the balance here is x and here the balance is 2. Write it there. So we get the x minus 4 and x plus 2. Then in order to find out the zeros, you have to equate these two terms with 0, that is x minus 4 is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to positive 4, and here x plus 2 is equal to 0 implies x is equal to minus 2. X is equal to minus 2. Then this one is the zeros. Then you have to verify the relationship, like sum of the zeros. Sum of zeros is equal to 4 plus minus 2. Answer is 2, right? Then you have to check that with, we have already studied the equation sum of zeros as minus b by a. that is minus. In this equation, in the polynomial given here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 2 and b is the coefficient of x, that is minus 2, c is the constant term, that is minus a. Then substitute that. Minus b means minus, b is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by a is 1 here. Write that here. Answer is 2. So both the conditions are satisfying. And what about the product of zeros? Product of zeros, that is 4 into minus 2. Answer is minus 8. And we know that the equation for product of zeros is c by a, which is equal to c here is minus 8 by a is 1. So the answer is minus 8. Both the answers are correct here also. That means we have verified that is sum of zeros is equal sum of zeros by looking through this equation, and also product of zeros is also same here. So this condition is satisfying. Second question is 4s square minus 4s plus 1, and here the sum is the coefficient of s, that is minus 4, and the product is coefficient of s square into 1, that is 4 into 1, 4. Okay, you have to find out the factors of 4. 2 into 2, that is 2 into 2 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is also 4. And you have to check the sign. Here the product is positive and the sum is negative here. That is, product is positive means either of the numbers is positive or either of the numbers is negative. Here the sum is having a negative sign means both the numbers are having negative. That is, minus 2 plus minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 is positive 4. So we can select these numbers. Then 4s square, instead of this minus 4s, write minus 2s plus 1. Put the brackets here. 4s square minus 2s, take s and 2. Yes, 2 and s is common here, right? For 2. So 2 is common here, and also s is the s, then balance 2s is already we have taken 2s outside, that bracket 2s will be the minus 1, and here negative, yes, negative sign is the negative 2s. Then here it is positive, negative into negative only will become positive. So I have to write minus here, minus 1. Okay, both the brackets 2 is equal here, that is 2s minus 1 is the first bracket. You have to write then balance. After taking this one outside, balance here is 2s, and after taking here 2s minus 1 outside, balance here is minus 1. So this one, from this you have to find out the zeros. 2s minus 1 is equal to 0 means 2s is equal to 1 and s is equal to 1 by 2. Here also from this bracket is also same, that is 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. 2s is equal to, by taking this minus 1 to this side, it will be equal to positive 1. S is equal to 1 by 2. That is, two zeros are equal here, that is 1 by 2. Okay. And what about the sum of zeros? Sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Answer is 2 by 2 and answer is 1. And by substituting in the equation, minus sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to, from this equation from this polynomial, a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 4 and c is equal to 1, right? Then substitute here, b is minus 4, minus b is minus 4, again minus 4 by a is 4. Okay, negative will become positive. 4 we can cancel, answer is 1. So both the answers are same here. And what about the product of zeros? Product of zeros, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, answer is 1 by 4. And according to the equation, it is the product of zeros is equal to c by a, that is c here is 1 by 4. Yes, here also the answers are same, hence we verify. This one is the third question. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. First you have to rearrange this one. 6x square. The second term should be the term with x, that is minus 7x, and last term should be the coefficient. So 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Then sum will be the coefficient of x, that is minus 7, and product is the product of x square, coefficient of x square, and the constant term here, that is 6 into minus 3 is minus 18. And the numbers satisfying these two conditions, 2 and 9. Here product is having a negative sign, that means either of the two numbers is having, one of the two number is having negative. That you have to check either the first one or second one is having negative, that you have to select by looking the sum here. Sum is having a negative sign, means here the larger number is having a negative sign. So the conditions, that is 2 plus minus 9, sum is equal to minus 7, and 2 into minus 10, and that is it is minus 18. Both the two conditions are satisfying. Then here, then you have to substitute here, in place of minus 7x you have to write 6x square plus 2x minus 9x minus 3. Put the brackets, take the common outside, 6 and 2 is here, x is also the, so 2x is common here, balance 2 into 3 is 6, no, so you had to write 3 here, 1x is also needed, 3x plus 2x is already taken outside, into 1 minus here 3 and 9, common is 3, then 3 into which number is 9, 3 into 3x, 3 into 3 is 9, and 3 into 3x is 9x. Again we have already taken negative outside here, so you have to write positive here, then only negative into positive will become negative. So here 3 already taken outside, so you have to write 1 here. But the brackets here is the same, that is 3x plus 1 into, balance here is 2x, and here 1 minus 3 is there, minus 3. So the zeros here is 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to, take this plus 1 to RHS, it will become minus 1, x is equal to minus 1 by 3. And in here 2x minus 3 is equal to 0 implies 2x is equal to minus 3. Taking to RHS it will become positive, and x is equal to, this 2 will go to the denominator, 3 by 2. That means two zeros are, one is minus 1 by 3 and next one is 3 by 2. Then you have to verify this one. Sum of zeros, that is sum of zeros is here is minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Had to solve this one by either by using the LCM method or cross multiplication method. I am taking the cross multiplication method here. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2, plus 3 into 3 is 9, divided by 3 into 2 is 6. That is 9 minus 2 is 7 by 6. 7 by 6. And what about the equation minus b by a? Minus b by a. In the equation here, a is equal to 6, b is equal to minus 3, and c is equal to, b is equal to coefficient of x, no, that is minus 7, c is equal to minus 3. Okay, substitute that here. Minus b means minus 7 by 6. So answer is 7 by 6. Both the answers are correct. And what about the product? Product is equal to minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. Answer is minus 3 by 6, that is minus 1 by 2. And what about the equation c by a? C here is minus 3 and here a is 6. It is minus 3 by 6, again minus 1 by 2. Both the answers are correct, hence the answer is verified. Next, fourth question is 4u square plus 8u. Here no need to take the sum and product or splitting the middle term. Here in this we can take the common as 4u. 4u is common here. Here balance. We are taking 4u outside, balance 1u will be the, and here 4 already taken outside. Then to get 8 you have to write 2 here. 4u into 8, 4u into 2 is 8u. Okay, then from this you have to write this, find out the zeros, that is 4u is equal to 0 implies u is equal to 0. And what about this one, u plus 2? U plus 2 is equal to 0 means u is equal to, take this plus 2 to RHS, it will become minus 2. So the two zeros are 0 and minus 2. Then we can check sum of zeros is equal to 0 plus minus 2, answer is minus 2. And what about the equation? Minus b by a, minus b by a. From this equation, a is equal to 4, right? B is equal to 8 and C is equal to 0. Nothing is constant here. Substitute that. Minus B means minus 8 by 4. That is, you can cancel this one. Is minus 2. Yes, both the answers are right here. What about the product? Product of zeros. Product of zeros is equal to 0 into minus 2. Answer is 0. What about C by A? C by A is also C is 0 here. 0 by 4. Answer is 0. Hence this one is also same. Fifth question is t square minus 15. We can solve this as t square is equal to 15. That is t is equal to plus or minus root 15. T is equal to plus or minus root 50. That is plus root 15 and minus root 15 is the two zeros here. Then you have to check sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, that is plus root 15 plus minus root 15. Answer is 0. Then what about a is here is 1. T square, coefficient of t square is 1. What about b? Coefficient of t will be b, no? T is not here, so it will be 0. And c is equal to the constant term here minus 50. Sum of 0 is this minus b by a, that is 0 by a. Answer is 0 by a is 1 here, 1. Answer is 0. So 2 answers are right. And what about the product? Product of zeros is equal to plus root 15 into minus root 15. Answer is negative 15. Then we can check product of zeros equation is c by a. C here is minus 15. Minus 15 by a is 1. Answer is minus 15. Both the answers are right. This one is a sixth question. Here sum is equal to minus 1 and product is equal to 3 into minus 4, that is minus 12. So the numbers are minus 12. Yes, 3 and 4, right? 3 into 4 is 12. Then what about the sign here? It is negative here. Product is having a negative sign, means one number here is negative. That is smaller or larger. You have to check the sum. Number sum is minus 1. That means sum is having a negative sign. So the number, larger number is here having a negative sign. That is 3 plus minus 5 is minus 1 and 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Then write it as 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4. Next put the brackets, take the common outside. Here 3 and x is common, then x plus 1 is balance here, minus 4x and 4 is common here, and here x plus 1. So taking x plus 1 outside, x plus 1 bracket, here 3x is balance here 1 minus 4 is the minus 4. Then equate this with 0, x is equal to plus 1, taking to the RHS side. X will be equal to minus 1 and 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to positive 4. X will be equal to 4 by 3. So these two numbers are two zeros of the polynomial here. Then here this one is the two zeros we obtained, and here you have to check sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is equal to minus 1 plus 4 by 3. Here do the cross multiplication of LCM. I am doing the cross multiplication here. Minus 1 into 3 is minus 3 plus 4 by 3. Answer is 1 by 3. Then what about the equation minus b by a, right? This one is a question, no? 3x square minus x minus 4. Here a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 1 and c is equal to minus 4. Then sum of the zeros is minus b by a, that is minus 1 by 3. Yes, minus into minus is positive, that is 1 by 3. Yes, both the answers are right here. And what about the product? Product of zeros is C by A. Product of zeros, here product numbers are minus 1 into 4 by 3, that is minus 4 by 3. And what about the equation C by A? C here is minus 4 and A is 1. Yes, both the answers are right, minus 4 by 3. Hence it is verified. Okay, second question here is, find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. Okay, here sum and product is given here. You have to find out, or you have to write the quadratic polynomial satisfying this condition. That is, answer of that quadratic polynomial, sum of the zeros and product of the zeros should be this one. Okay, then here an easy method is there. There is a general formula to write this one. X square plus alpha plus beta, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. That is, if alpha and beta are zeros of a quadratic polynomial, then the quadratic polynomial equation can be generally written as like this. So here in this question, alpha plus beta, this one is the alpha plus beta, that is sum, and this one is the product, alpha into beta. So here x square minus, in place of alpha plus beta you can write as 1 by 4 into x, plus in place of alpha into beta you can write minus 1 is equal to 0. Then you have to simplify this one. Then take this 4 to this here. Then it will become 4x square minus x minus 1 into 4. You have to multiply this here also now. So 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 whole by 4 equal to 0. Then take this 4 to here, it will become 4 into 0. 4x square minus x minus 4 is equal to 0 is the final answer. That is, this one is a quadratic polynomial with a sum 1 by 4 and product minus 1. Next, second question is root 2 and 1 by 3. Root 2 and 1 by 3. That is, alpha plus beta is root 2 and alpha into beta is 1 by 3. Then write the general formula, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. That is, x square minus alpha plus beta is root 2 into x plus alpha into beta is 1 by 3 is equal to 0. Then simplify this one. Take this 3, you have to multiply this with 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Whole by 3 will be there. After multiplying that with 0, it will become whole 0. So this one is the quadratic polynomial with the sum root 2 and the product 1 by 3. Okay, third question is 0 and root 5. That is, alpha plus beta is 0 and alpha into beta is root 5. Then we can write the quadratic polynomial as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Substitute this one, x square minus 0x plus root 5 is equal to 0. It will be x square plus root 5 is equal to 0. This one is the quadratic polynomial with the sum 0 and the product root 5. Fifth question is minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. That is, sum of zeros, alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1 by 4, alpha into beta equal to 1 by 4. Then by the general form, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Substitute the values, x square minus alpha plus beta is minus 1 by 4 into x plus alpha into beta is 1 by 4 equal to 0. Then 4x square, do the cross multiplication here. 4x square minus minus will become plus 1x whole by 4 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 0. Then 4x square plus x plus 1 will be equal to 0. Here whole by 4 will be there, but the next step you have to multiply that 4 with 0, then it will go, then balance only 4x square plus 1x plus 1 will be there. So the final answer is 4x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Last question given here is 4, 1. That is, alpha plus beta is equal to 4 and alpha into beta is equal to 1. Then write the general form, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Then substitute the values. X square minus alpha plus beta is 4x plus 1 equal to 0. This one is the x square minus 4x plus 1 is the quadratic polynomial with the sum 4 and sum of the zeros 4 and product of the zeros as 1. Okay, this one is the last question in the exercise 2.2. Hope you all understood this one, and I will be coming with the next section in my next video. Thank you.